books have been enchantment all my life. I can smell the dingy little library in Cowdenbeath High Street with its mouldy books that never had a new one. But I was fortunate because it only took twopence, 2 pennies in the tram to take me to Dunfermline. And Dunfermline, of course, was Andrew Carnegie's town with its magnificent library. I was also fortunate in having a grandfather and a grandmother and 4 aunts living there. And I used to collect up all their library books. And I used to go on the Saturday, and I went home feeling opulent, bloated with wealth. So that I can't remember a time when books, in my student days, in my university days, and ever since, haven't meant an enormous amount to me.
I'm Lisa Young. Welcome to Louise Davison, Events and Communications Officer for the Open University. Louise, tell us about your role and what Jennie Lee means to you and the Open University in Scotland.
Thanks, Lisa. Well, through my role at the OU in Scotland, I've learned a lot really about Jennie Lee, including through organising a touring exhibition with the OU Archivist team, which displayed the personal papers and items that Jennie left to the OU, and also through the online exhibition of those materials, which is on the OU Digital Archive. And as my interest and knowledge developed, I started to write articles and give public talks about Jennie Lee, and I really found there's an increasing interest about her, especially in Fife. And at the OU in Scotland, we're so proud of her. We're so proud that a woman born in a Scottish mining village set up a university that was open to all, regardless of their qualifications or their background. And we're very proud of our Scottish roots in general. The first Vice-Chancellor of the Open University, Walter Perry, was actually a Dundonian. And many Scots played a part in its initial development on advisory groups and kind of planning committees as the OU came to be.
Jennie Lee was a miner's daughter brought up in Cowdenbeath. What is known about her early life?
Well, she was born in the mining village of Lochelie in Fife in 1904, and then she lived in the nearby town of Cowdenbeath for most of her childhood. And she really fought to stay on at school because at that point most children left when they were 14, and the girls left really to help at home or to go into domestic service. And those girls with higher kind of grades worked in offices while the boys went to the pits. But she actually convinced her parents to let her stay on at school by taking extra classes in bookkeeping and shorthand and typing. And she got the highest grades in those classes, so her parents let her stay on to get qualifications for uni. And she went on to become the Dux of her year and went on to the University of Edinburgh to gain 3 degrees, a teaching diploma, a Master of Arts and a law degree. And to do that, she was supported by her community and also from funding from Fife Educational Trust and Carnegie Trust. So right at the beginning of her life, she really understood the value of supported access to higher education. And in fact, her dad used to cycle the 20 miles from Fife to Edinburgh every couple of weeks to bring her food parcels. And then he'd cycle all the way back with her laundry. And then
That's amazing, doesn't
it?
I
know. And then when she left uni, she became a teacher in Glencraig, which at that point was a mining village next to Lochelie. And she didn't actually really want to be a teacher. She studied it because teaching qualifications were one of the few routes into higher education for women at that time. And the hardship and poverty she saw in her time teaching there really enhanced her desire to follow her true passion for politics even more, so that she could fight for social justice.
What do you find inspiring about Jennie Lee, Louise?
Well, I just feel she was just someone who was so determined. She did things her own way to get things done and to make a change for the better. She was quite a rebel, really, and that's shown right from her bucking her trend by going to university through the rest of her life. So she was elected as an MP when she was too young to vote, because the voting age for women at that point was 30 and she was only 24. So she became the youngest MP and one of the few female MPs at that time. And then as time went on, she and her husband, fellow Labour MP Nye Bevan, were political rebels, and she was really a powerful political support to him when he set up the NHS. And in fact, she was better known of the pair when they married. Later on, they formed a kind of left-wing group, a rebel group within the party that were nicknamed the Bevanites, because they opposed the party's support of introducing prescription charges for dental care and for glasses. And in fact, there's this lovely audio piece in her archive of her reading a letter that someone sent to Bevan thanking him for their new set of teeth. And this carried on, like she it was shown, her tenacity was shown in how she fought to set up a university open to all when she received opposition to it from all around her, like even within her own party, within her own Department of Education, and within the Treasury. And she just bypassed it, and she bypassed the Treasury, and she went straight to the Prime Minister to get the funding whenever she needed. She was just so determined to get it done.
If Jennie was here, what would you say to her?
Oh, I'd say so much. I would thank her for, as she said in her own words, out-snobbing the snobs by gaining a royal charter for the Open University to grant high quality and highly regarded qualifications. And in fact, at the OU in Scotland, students can enrol for one module at a time, and they can choose whether or not to build them up to qualify for a certificate or diploma or a degree. And I'd thank her for leaving so many items to us so that everyone can learn more and be inspired by her story about how she kind of fought to set up this university open to all. And I'd like to reassure that that open access ethos that she fought for still stands today. No qualifications are required for most open university courses, and in fact most of our students in Scotland study for free with a part-time fee grant, and over 75,000 people in Scotland have studied with the OU. And I'd love to reassure that we've kind of continued with that innovative spirit that she had through innovations like our free learning site OpenLearn, which has course content and videos and interactives. So we've been able to support individuals and businesses and communities across Scotland and beyond during challenging and really kind of changing times as people can access free learning anywhere, anytime.
Thank you to Louise Davison, Events and Communication Officer for the Open University.
But there it is, a great independent university which does not insult any man or woman, whatever their background, by offering them the second best. Nothing but the best is good enough.